Hey YouTube, welcome to another episode of News in 2 Minutes, bringing you the news that you need to know every day. Let's begin. The United Nations Security Council held an emergency session on Wednesday over reports from Syria's opposition that hundreds of civilians have been killed in a series of chemical weapons attacks earlier in the day. The reports of the attack comes at an odd time, and we tend to agree with analysts that suggest Syria would not likely launch such an attack in the country while United Nations investigators are in Syria to investigate the use of other chemical weapons. Although video evidence that we have seen does not explicitly show the signatures of chemical weapons, if confirmed in form, the use of such a bold attack is likely to generate an advanced step towards international intervention in the country's civil war. A new strain of bird flu that can infect and kill animals and has the potential to cross over to humans has been found in chickens at live poultry markets in China. Reporting their findings in the journal Nature on Wednesday, the scientists concluded that H7 virus is most likely transferred from ducks to chickens on at least 2 independent occasions, and that reassortment of these viruses with H9N2 eventually generated an outbreak of the H7N9 virus. In other flu news, an international research team reported that they have discovered a genetic match of the MERS coronavirus in a bat species near the site of an outbreak in Saudi Arabia. An army captain in Pakistan has been killed in a firefight between the Indian and Pakistan armies over the country's line of control that divides the disputed territory of Kashmir. In related news, India is purchasing a wide range of surveillance equipment, and New Zealand passed a controversial spying law as countries around the world increase their citizen surveillance. And to wrap things up, an Egyptian court ordered the release of former President Mubarak as power shifts within the country. Scientists are genetically modifying tobacco plants in production of a treatment for Ebola. We're expecting a glancing blow to Earth from a pair of CMEs today, and a strong earthquake measuring a 6.2 struck Mexico's capital, causing buildings to sway, as well as a 5.6 over New Caledonia, a 5.2 in Mexico, and a 5.1 in the Coral Islands, completing today's Quake Watch. And that's it for this episode of News in 2 Minutes. Check back tomorrow for more news that the aware need the most. This week's News in 2 Minutes is brought to you by SHTFplan.com, where even the officials go for news, and SQmetals.com for all your precious metal needs.